Hello and welcome to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode, and welcome to a SmackDown after Money in the Bank. And kicking things off, it is the Mr. Money in the Bank, the man who climbed the ladder and unhooked the briefcase and stands in line lurking in the Rock's shadow to strike and claim the Undisputed Championship at any point he wishes. And well, Punk tonight is getting straight into business. He will be in action against Ashante the Adonis. And well, the best in the world, the second City Saint, posing with that briefcase. A chance to change the narrative at whim, and well, here comes Ashante. It seems the production team kind of forgot to cue the music. Ashante, a talented individual, athletic to no end, can really match the pace of some of the fastest in that ring, and well, let's just see what he can offer up here tonight against CM Punk. And here we go, the Adonis, CM Punk, and Adonis coming out swinging. Punk though, not looking to take it laying down. Punk and Adonis, collar and elbow tie-up. And here we go, Punk. Under and over, but giving the pace to Ashante. Twisted neckbreaker, hooks the leg on the cover. One, kicks out of one. Again, that kick to the midsection, hooking the arm. CM Punk with a brainbuster, and tonight we see the best in the world rolling him out. He is taking on the top, and he has never failed, undefeated so far. And well, Mr. Money in the Bank, The Rock, I imagine every time he sees this man step into action, just clutches that title a little bit closer. But it does come with serious threats. There is a target on his back there. Of course, the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tongaloa, all waiting behind every door. The second Punk looks like he's going to be cashing. I imagine a family will be there to nip it in the bud. Oh well, look at this crowd just hyped for this moment. And into the camera lens. Oh well, Punk was eyeing up Ashante. Big elbow, but didn't quite catch him off guard. Here we go, running knee in the corner. Gonna drag him out on the Bulldog. Oh well, Punk going straight back to aerial offense. Second City elbow. Ashante down for the count, and a 3. And Punk didn't even need to whip out the GTS. He was driven. Ashante caught off guard by the drive. And wait, that's Cody. I mean, Cody was alongside Damian Priest, attempting to help him win the title at SummerSlam. And now Rhodes making a grand return after a month away, and he has taken out CM Punk. What the hell That is friendly fire at its core. And we're in AJ Styles backstage with a little bit of a new look going on. Money in the Bank was never about taking the victory. It was always to push the Tongans to become one with themselves once more. Of course, referencing the Good Brothers taking on, well, the reformed guerrillas of destiny. It was also to serve as a warning. Bullet Club, my Bullet Club, is here, and we mean business. I have lost 2 months of my career, and that's given me time to think and reflect on who I have become. And I decided to go back to my roots. I'm not here on some legacy tour. I'm here to take what I'm owed by this industry. But first, I got some scores to settle, and well, all I'll say is, watch your back. The question is, who is the warning directed at with that watch your back line? I guess all we can do is continue to watch as the weeks roll out. We're on the road to SummerSlam, but the action continues to ride. Oh well, we're entering our second matchup, but tonight's been more than eventful. Styles with a warning to an unknown member. I mean, there's a long list of people I could probably place, and this particular name I have in mind for who could be the target the new Bullet Club have in mind. Because Cody Rhodes attacking CM Punk out of nowhere. But now JC Jane made her presence felt alongside Fallon Henley when she attempted to defend the Women's Championship, but ultimately the strength of Jade Cargill was too much, and well, Jade ain't playing games tonight. Cargill out of the blue, coming for JC Jane. And well, Jade Cargill, the new women's champion, just letting the world know who's on top. And while Cargill takes her place in the ring, posing for a moment as she steps off, lets JC get back in. Ran in, pump kick waiting, and Cargill quick to regain her feet. And here we go, vertical suplex. Hooks into a cover. Pinfall attempted. And well, Cargill spearing Adrian Butler there. Maybe it's a little bit of a message. Butler, I don't know what the hell he was up to. I don't know what he was planning on. He just stood by and watched his Cargill pin Jane. I guess a moment of being out of it. I mean, he did witness the hell of an attack in the opening match, so maybe even he's thrown by what we've seen so far. And here we go, Jade continuing the destruction, continuing the breakdown of JC Jane. No Fallon Henley in her corner as she has to face the women's champ empty-handed and alone. And here we go, flips through, waist lock takedown. I mean, SmackDown was warned that the storm was rising, that the storm was amongst us, and Cargill is definitely making sure that it is felt on just about every level, to the middle rope for the frog splash. And while Jane rolling to the outside, Cargill not looking to give her a reprieve. This tonight is a proving moment for Jade Cargill. Of course, all the other women who have held that championship makes it seem like it's cursed. Tiffy lost it in her first defense and match. Fallon Henley lost it in her first defense. And now Jade wants to break the mold, wants to prove that the curse is false, wants to show that JC Jane is not a threat, and wait, Jane. And here we go, pump, kick. Wrap in the arms. We know what comes now. It is time for the Jaded. Connects. Rolls her through. 1, 2, 3. In quick succession, Jade Cargill has just shown why she is the SmackDown Women's Champ, why she is an unstoppable force, and why anyone who even dreams of challenging her at SummerSlam may want to think twice, may want to train harder, may want to step up the game, because the woman who stands on top is not to be reasoned with, is not to be played with, and is definitely not gonna go down without a fight. This perfect connection, the Jaded flips her through, leans back into the cover and just embraces the moment. The crowd on their feet. And a dominant performance. JC Jane tried. I think she got in a hit or two, but it was not enough to block the force of nature that is Jade Cargill. And well, I guess we got to roll with the punches. Randy Orton coming out to the ring. And wait, that's Braun Breaker. I mean, Braun Breaker's been on an absolute tirade ever since Randy Orton beat him in the match to crown the inaugural United States champion, and now Braun is just full on targeting the Viper. And while Orton standing, well, down and out, Jacob Fatu set to face him this evening. And Jacob Fatu, he was there at ringside for the Bloodline Rules match between Priest and Rock for the Undisputed Championship. And Jacob, we know he's not a man to waste opportunity. Orton hit hard and again. Jacob Fatu is very much a man to smell blood and capitalize on it. And here we go, Jacob taking the slow approach here tonight. Fatu feels the motion. And again, that super kick grounds Orton. Orton just took a hell of a battering. Oh, well, here we go. The Viper trying to fight back in, but Fatu, Jacob Fatu's a killer. He is a monster in that ring. Randy has beaten greater odds, has suffered some of the worst beats downs and still walked out on top. He is in there with a Viper. He is in there with one of the most calculated and psychological wrestlers in the business. And now Jacob Fatu being grinded down. Oh, wait a minute, could Randy seriously be thinking about trying to... No. And here we go, the back and forth punches, no one landing a blow. Power slam, and vintage Orton back in full display. And Fatu shoulder up straight away. Going to the ropes, maybe looking to gasp a break. And here we go, Randy. Shot high, but Fatu able to survive. Randy getting too ambitious, trying to carry Jacob to the other side of the ring. I mean, this is one hell of a matchup, but oh no, Randy rolls to the outside. And the prayers from Fatu is like a mad dog. Leashes out of the ring. Takes out Randy. No regard for his own personal safety. And now the battle commences. And, well, I think both men realize the position they're in. And Jacob for 2 to the top rope. And look at that athleticism. Oh no. I think Jacob for 2 maybe forgot to tie a shoe because he looked like he slipped just before he reached Randy. And now the vintage DDT. And Randy taking his time. And here he goes, calling for the voices are singing away. Super kick from for 2. Super kick again. What is on the mind of the werewolf? And the hip attack in the corner. Randy laid bare. And here we go, the moonsault to follow. Orton is down for the... Oh wait, Randy suckers in Jacob for 2. And this could be the game-changing moment. Snake Eyes in the corner, Randy to that middle rope. We don't see him go high very often, and that is why. Jacob for 2 off balance on that super kick. Feeling the effects of this beatdown, of this war. And a power slam, Randy is sinking into himself. But again, Jacob for 2 didn't even leather, but they hit the 1. For 2 just in praying over the downed body and super kick. Jacob for 2 is getting angsty. He's getting worked up. And this time though, Randy ducks out behind. And Jacob for 2 is making him suffer in the worst way. And, well, again, the prayer. Embracing these final moments. And wait, Orton, like a bullet out of a gun. Pinfall connect. And again for 2. This man is a one-man team. He is a tank. Oh well, Randy taking the blow to the midsection. And here we go. These men got slugged out, of course. We're on the road to SummerSlam. Every man is vying for that spot. Every man is looking to put those wins on the board. Especially when you're Jacob for 2. You've not really been able to step in the ring too much. But it is enough to really make an impact, to make the world feel your presence. And Jacob for 2 are running Hip attack in the corner. And here we go. The moonsault into a cover. And this time, while progressing his love to his tribal chief. And oh no. Orton, RKO attempt for 2, shuts it down. And well, RKO connects with perfection, but Randy Orton not letting it rest. Taking him to the ring apron. Vintage DDT, and now going for the cover and a close 3. And this could be it if he nails it. RKO for 2. Busted. And the 3. Jacob brought it all to the table. Brought the fight to Orton, and wait a minute. Breaker already at the top of the ramp. Ready and waiting. I'm getting scared this might get physical. Adrian Butler needs to try and curb this before it can really get out of hand, but I think it already might be. Breaker's been thinking about this moment for months, and Orton is not backing down, and security and a sheriff trying to drag these men apart, but the dog is fully unchained. He's been fully unleashed. The dog and the Viper are ready for war. And wait a minute, that's the man who I don't think anyone was expecting to see. One of the greatest of our time. Bray Wyatt is here. And well, whoa, I forgot what that feels like. I'm here to turn over a new leaf. I know I've done wrong in my past, but I pledge to fix the damage I've caused. But to do that, I must address the elephant in the room. In order to progress, I must destroy the forces of evil I set in motion. Uncle Howdy, you are the peak of the damage I cause, and I will root you out. You won't get your exodus. I will cleanse you and the Wyatt Six. I mean, we're on the road to SummerSlam. There's twists and turns around every corner. Bray Wyatt making a grand return. And wait a minute, that's not the music we're used to hearing. I mean, talk about it. We talked about how at Money in the Bank they came back. They embraced their roots. They put the war paint on once more. And there it is, the Gorillas of Destiny. Still the World Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa bringing back the heat. They successfully defended against the Good Brothers. They reminded the world who the dogs that decimated and absolutely tore apart the tag scene in Japan are. And tonight the Street Profits have the displeasure of having to square up, having to try and compete with these two men. Well, let's be honest, it won't be an easy feat. It won't be accomplished easily. If the Street Profits win tonight, if they can rip the carpet from under the Girls of Destiny, only one loss as a team, and that was in 6-man action. As far as tag contests go, they are untouched. But the Street Profits getting their moment to try and shine. Getting their moment to try and take the throne. If they win here, SummerSlam would almost be a guarantee. But Ford and Dawkins, they bring that heat. They bring that swag. They bring that party. King Tez and Big Dogs. But that's the thing. They're happy. They're go-lucky. They like to have fun with it. They like to play with it a little bit. But will it be enough for these two men? Bringing the heat. The Gorillas of Destiny want the smoke. And the Prophets are looking to trump them. And here we go. Tama kicking things off against Montez. And here we go. These are the games that we love to see from the Gorillas. Spear from lower. And again. Montez trying to get on top of things. Count to 5. Street Profits on the outside looking at a count out, and Gorillas of Destiny, I think, calculated in their actions, of Montez with a strike of fiery offense. The big man in now, and well, look at that decimation, the quickfire shot we see. Of course, that is the closeness of Tama Tonga and the closeness of AJ Styles to these men. And well, can't say the lower didn't try on that one. He threw the forearm shot. And well, here we go. Lower in trouble, and yeah, the Street Profits, the big man Dawkins, proving to be troublesome. You know, Dawkins, the one-man army, he's a tank in between those ropes. And now tag back again. Tama, the legal man, and here we go, uppercut. And Tama Tonga allowing Montez to get suckered in. And what a float over, attempting the DDT follow-up. Running neck breaker to ease off. And it is all gas. And there is no sign of brakes. As the Gorillas are laying on this monumental beatdown. Montez Ford is busted wide open. And again now this. Tag made lower. The legal man Tama with the elevation, the leg drop. And Tez could be out for the count. Kick out a 1. I don't know if Lower can quite believe it. Tonga Lower taunting his opponent there. Taunting Dawkins, and sit out powerbomb. Ah, well. Lower. Lower was expected Tez to get back in the ring. Montez decided to flip the script, take Tama out the works. Their method of divide and conquer cannot stand if there is only one. Down to 7, and Tonga Lower out there to break the ring count. And here we go, just driving the shoulder into Tez and the spine of Montez colliding in the worst way with the barricade. And count to 6, and again Robinson trying to give him a chance to get back between the ropes, and Lower breaking up the count. And Tez dropped by that uppercut. Well, sorry, Angelo Dawkins dropped by the uppercut. Tonga Lower. Tag made, and wait a minute. A little bit of throwback guerrilla warfare. 1, 2. And there it is, Tez. Put down the Tonga driver. High held DDT. Angelo was not having any part of it. The rocket fuel drop kick from Tama. Wait, Montez. Flipping the script, but could that have been the biggest mistake he's made tonight? Went into the corner of the Gorillas. Tongan twist. Lower hooks the cover. And the Gorillas seal the deal. And wait a minute, the music of Solo raining down? I mean, it matters not. The Gorillas are destiny. I don't think we've seen them in their truest form up to this point, but this is what they're about. This is the team they signed. AJ lit the spark, and now they are dead set on dividing, on conquering, on leaving the scene in ruins. And you can see that's the Tongan driver. Tama removes Dawkins from the situation, but then hits the DDT. I don't think clocks the Dawkins was back in position in time. And then tag made, racks him up. Tongan twist. Lower driving the point home with a cover. And that is all it took. Well, the Gorillas on top once more. Who will be the men to face them at SummerSlam? Now, I made The Rock approaching Logan Paul backstage. I'm glad I could catch you. Money in the Bank, you really pulled through, and I appreciate it. Trust me, your actions were noticed, and I'll make sure you get a place at SummerSlam right where you belong, as a man who deserves to be at the top of this industry. And while The Rock giving Paul praise, you're my hero. When I got that call, I knew it was a no-brainer. SummerSlam, I will not waste your chance, and I will show the world why the Maverick is a social media sensation, and prove to all those crybabies at home who couldn't even lace the boots of the trainees wrong. See you around, boss. Hit me up. And well, Logan and The Rock having a good, positive experience here, and it seems SummerSlam, Logan Paul will get a shot, and oh god, that's Solo Sikoa. The Rock, right off the back, can I help you? So what, Logan comes to your aid and he gets a huge thanks at a SummerSlam match? What do I get? What does Jacob get? Remember who the tribal chief is. You were the final boss. You stand second to me. Yet you seem to be the one trying to pull all the strings and ship us boys out to rot. And while Solo putting doubt in The Rock's positioning here. Solo, you know I never doubt your position. Look, I can't swing anything for you right now, but next up we got 3 jabronis fighting for a shot at my title. Next week you will face the number 1 contender, and well, if you win, then there's no denying your position on the card. I always got your back, Chief. Never doubt me. And never talk down to me like that again. Understand? And well, the frosty feeling between The Rock and Solo Sikoa. But it's confirmed next week Solo will take on the winner of tonight's main event. Ahead of SummerSlam. Oh, well, with dissension boiling in the ranks of... Wait a minute. The Learning Tree. Chris Jericho is here, and well, we're having the full outfit tonight. As I was saying, the dissension amongst the bloodline is growing strong. Solo Sikoa questioning The Rock's motivations. And while triple threat action, it is Chris Jericho versus LA Knight versus Ilya Dragunov. The winner gets the shot at The Rock at SummerSlam. Of course, CM Punk lurking in the shadows with that Money in the Bank briefcase, so whoever wins may not be holding it for long, depending on whatever happens with him and Cody. And just look at this. What a moment for this man making a grand return to WWE ring after so long. And he is looking as good as he ever have. And here we go. The Mad Dragon. The Czar of SmackDown. Ilya Dragunov. And well, Ilya getting himself in the zone. And while staring down the camera. Ilya Dragunov is one hell of a striker. He is a warrior. You could hit that man with with anything. You can whip out bullets, and Ilya Dragunov will spit them right back out and make you suffer. One of the few men in the history of this company to make Gunther tap out. And tonight, he could be looking down the barrel of facing The Rock. While a man who was unsuccessful at qualifying for Money in the Bank, but looks to rectify his mistakes. We last saw him when he fell victim to CM Punk, making a grand return to attempt an assist to Damian Priest, but was unable to secure the victory. And Rock able to retain from the assist from Fatu, Solo Sikoa and Logan Paul. And now LA Knight. He managed to get off a BFT on The Rock, and well, yeah, we all know whose game it is. It is that man right there. And here we go, Chris Jericho, Ilya Dragunov, LA Knight, all prepped and ready. Knight, this is as laser focused as I think I've ever seen him. And while Jericho straight away slipping out the ring. And while Knight and Dragunov going at it. And well, here we go. The master of the Learning Tree. While Jericho stuck between a rock and a hard place. Jericho drop kick to the back of Ilya Dragunov. Knight fighting out the corner. Waist lock. And Dragunov with a running punt may have just sent Jericho to a new dimension. But LA Knight quick to capitalize. Gorgeous neckbreaker. Oh, wait a minute. Could be looking to do it a game changer. takes out the knee. Jericho ambushes. LA Knight, quick cover on Ilya. 1. Shoulder up straight away. And here we go, Chris just rounding him up. Wait, what's Jericho looking for? Yeah, just takes him down. The moonsault to follow. Dragunov with a vicious blow from the bat. Oh no. Jericho leaped. Could have been looking for Codebreaker. And here we go, LA Knight burning hammer. But Dragunov returning the favor, attacking the knee. Jericho tried to roll out the way, tried to mount up some offense. But shut down by the fiery offense back elbow. I mean, we talk about being able to control a ring, being able to control a narrative, being able to outplay your opponent. Can anyone truly do that better than a man? I was about to say like a man like LA Knight. Codebreaker. This could be Jericho's moment, but Ilya's back on his feet. And Ilya breaking up the fall of 1. Oh no. Jericho reached for the baseball bat, float over into the crossbody, but Knight quick behind him. And with LA on the ring apron. Megastar dropkick attempted. Oh well, BFT attempted running neckbreaker. Well, Jericho getting himself hyped up a little too much. Oh no. Jericho, if he turns around right now, you'll see there's a whole lot of trouble waiting for him. Roll up from the Tsar. LA Knight trying to capitalize Ilya. Starting to get himself fired up. Oh wait, what's the game here? And gorgeous hip toss. Oh well, Jericho just maybe getting a bit overconfident, a bit cocky. Oh well, Jericho tripping Knight up on the apron as he tried to make that splash, causing Jericho to fall short. Oh no. And well, LA Knight, Jericho switched focus to the present danger. And now these 3 just fighting it out. Jericho looking to put the Tsar in big trouble. Oh no, 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 no. LA Knight positioned. Jericho looking to close in on the victory. And here we go. Dragunov eats a Codebreaker. And here we go. Jericho is in position. Judas effect. Dragunov and Knight taken out. 2. And LA Knight survived. And here we go, Chris. Doing the work. Taking down Dragunov. Judas effect for the second time. 1, 2. And just in the nick of time. Oh no. Jericho could be lost to the Phantom Zone now. And while Jericho's done a good job here ticking off both of the other men sharing the ring with him, and Knight. LA Knight on the mat. Jericho, what's he thinking? Bow and arrow. We could get a submission here, but Dragunov not going to allow it. Perfect bridge on the German. Chris is desperate to keep control, but no. Oh well, Jericho just having to try and remain in power here. And whoa, God. Moonsault attempted. German from the Tsar. And look at the blood spot. The blood spot forming on the head of Ilya. Oh no. Oh Jesus, the strength into the bridge, and Jericho gets the shoulder up a 1. Chris slipping to the outside. The Dragon trying to capitalize with a pinfall. Oh, Jericho. And Knight now going at it. Ah, well, Chris slips out of dodge. Torpedo Moscow. Judas effect. Capitalizes the cover. LA Knight is out. And that is the power of the learning tree. Chris Jericho absolutely and what a main event. Chris Jericho, LA Knight, Ilya Dragunov coming in, burning the house down, leaving nothing in the tank. Ilya Dragunov nailing Knight with a torpedo Moscow, and you thought it could have been over. Judas effect, ring was clear, but Ilya getting that shoulder up. And again, Chris, German suplex, holding out on the bridge, but here it was, the Judas effect. Ilya just took out Knight with a torpedo Moscow, and the battle lines had been drawn. And now, the 9-time world champ could be looking at title number 10. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe for more as the road to SummerSlam continues with twists and turns.